After not one, not two, not three, not four,
Not two, not three, not four.
but 5 days, we finally get to hear from Pickens and his perspective on everything that has taken place. Here's what he had to say about the eye black message.
Any purposeful? What was the purpose behind
It's
it?
just eye black. Yeah.
Did you expect the blowback about the message on the eye black?
Nah.
Have you heard from the league about a fine, or is there anything internal that comes with that?
I'm not going to lie, I kind of agree with this in a way. Like, it's just eye black. It's not that big of a deal. I feel like it's the least of our concerns when you compare it to the other stuff or you stack it up with the other stuff. In this situation, you got a pro athlete who's confident in himself, wants to let everyone know that he's always fucking open, or he's just doing it to hype himself up. Big deal. I think it's a bad look, obviously, and he shouldn't be doing it going forward. But in relation to the other stuff, I think it's on the bottom of the totem pole. Like, for example, if Pickens went out and had 100 yards and a touchdown on Sunday Night Football against the Cowboys, and you have that eye black on, I don't think anyone's caring about the eye black message. I think, actually, if you get 100 and a touchdown, a lot of people are going to be on your side. They're going to be agreeing with you. Like, yeah, Pickens is always open. Look what happens when you give him the ball. And they're going to be saying, like, F the NFL for trying to fine you for expressing yourself and telling the truth. Because, yes, again, you are always open. But that's not what happened on Sunday night. You can't put that on your eye black and follow it up by not getting open because you're running haphazard routes and lazy routes. And when you are open, dropping the pass that is thrown to you on third down in a critical moment of the game. Now, he also talked about his snaps, or lack thereof, in the most recent game.
Not being out there as much, is that in fact true?
Oh yeah, that's what he just asked me. It's just part of the game plan.
How do you feel confident about like the way that they're going to be using you? If it is going to be like lesser snaps, that you'll be able to give more effort on each time that you're out there.
Like I said, it's just part of game structure, game plan. Art want to do a certain type of play or a certain type of game plan, then it's going to be different.
Do you feel like there's something you can do to get back to playing the reps you were playing before?
Nah, it's not on me. It's all up to Art.
Do you feel like you're being used effectively in this offense?
Yeah.
And then you have Arthur Smith, the offensive coordinator's perspective on Pickens' snap count.
But you go on any game plan, certain players, and how we package things. You're trying to maximize snaps. Different lifetime, but certainly done it with other premium players. I've done it with Derrick Henry. Want to be out there and play. And he went out there all third downs, and he got plenty of touches. Did it with A.J. Brown early. Certain things and try to mix and match and maximize things or set things up. And that was a little bit early. Still played the majority of snaps. He's still, I believe, depending on what metric you're using, 7th in targets, passing downs, or with passing opportunities in the league. So I get it. You lose a game and something may look off or whatever, but that's not. And we communicate to any player, whether it's Scotty or Van or Connor Hayward. You guys know the roles, you guys know the backups, now you package things. Those are week-to-week things. That's the best way I can answer it.
Okay, so basically you have Arthur Smith and Pickens backing up what Tomlin's saying about Pickens and snap management. So if we're purposely only playing Pickens 59%, something's got to give. We're hurting our team by not having Pickens out there at least 80% of the time. If we don't think he's a good enough blocker, then something's got to give there. He's got to get better. The coaching's got to be better. His efforts got to be better. Whatever it is, like, that's got to change going forward. Or if everyone's telling the truth here and Pickens is on a snap management protocol, then that's got to change, because that's just incompetence as an organization. Now, the silver lining with all this is, despite all the Pickens drama and all the stuff that we've been talking about this week, Pickens' Steelers teammates still got his back.
Deal with that when he's frustrated.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's tough. You definitely got to feel for him. he's just passionate about the game like we talked about earlier this year. And, he knows how great of a player he is. And, it's tough. So I think, just talking to him, I try to talk to him on the sideline, keep him up. I think that's the biggest thing, and, keep him going. And just, try to talk to him throughout the whole game and, just stay in his ear and say, we're going to need you to make a big play soon. And, when that happens, we're going to need you. So, just biggest thing is just being patient and, waiting for the ball to come his way, because at the end of the day, defenses know that we're trying to give him the ball, so they're going to game plan and do what they can to try to stop that.
In particular, I try to, relay to him that, number one is that, we love him, and we love who he is. We love the player that he is. We love the competitor that he is. And that's the thing that you have to understand is George a bad teammate? Absolutely not. Is George a hell of a player? Absolutely. Is he a great competitor? Absolutely. Is he a guy that wants the ball? Absolutely. Is he a guy that can do anything on the field that most people can't? Absolutely. So I think the best thing that we can focus on is finding different ways to get him the ball. Obviously, also too, him staying composed, that matters, but also understanding that it's all team effort. And the one thing about George is, and you guys saw, the best thing that I saw, even though he did react to that one moment in the game, he responded well. You saw the big third down that he had, and he just got the crowd fired up, and he was in it. He was still in it despite the moment. Some people, sometimes, you can get out of it mentally, emotionally, and he hasn't done that, and he's been a great teammate. And we're looking forward to his best. We're looking forward to our best as well, and it's a great team effort, and we all want to win.
All right, so there you have it. There is hope. It's a new week. We're on to week 6. We turn over a new leaf. It's a new opportunity, not only for Pickens, but also for the Steelers to get him involved more properly. I do think we all can agree, though, no matter how it does shake out, Pickens got to take care of business like a pro. Like, no matter how many targets he gets or how many snaps he gets, he's got to handle things better going forward. But all right, enough of Pickens talk. I think we've had enough for the week. Let's transition to, in a way, sticking with receiver talk. Roman Wilson. What the hell has been going on with Roman Wilson? Why hasn't he been playing? It's not adding up. I think this is, 3 or 4 weeks in a row where he is fully back at practice, full participant, but yet we still don't see him out there on Sundays. And I think at this point it's inexcusable, because whatever he's lacking in experience or in conditioning, I think he would make up for in potential and upside, and for all the reasons that we drafted him in the 3rd round, especially when you compare him to all the receivers that were throwing out there outside of George Pickens and what they've been doing. Like, Roman Wilson can at least do what Van Jefferson has been doing the first 5 weeks of the season, or a Scotty Miller, or a Calvin Austin. Correct me if you guys think I'm wrong on that. But here's Arthur Smith again, this time talking about Roman Wilson and his lack of playing up to this point.
You're talking about a lot of time missed as a young player, and you're working very hard. I imagine it would happen sooner or later, but it's not you've got to meet this certain metric. A lot of it's getting back into game shape. You're talking about a young player. It's such a long way to go, too, but he's doing really well, making progress every day. I imagine that probably happens sooner rather than later. It's just, again, you miss all of training camp, it's getting your legs back in. It's not like a guy that had played 4 games and he missed a week or 2. There's a lot of football and conditioning, and certainly the young guy mentally, too. Very pleased with how his progress he's made, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think Roman Wilson needs to be out there. We didn't have all these issues with Troy Fautanu when he got hurt in the middle of preseason, and he sat out for 2 or 3 weeks. As soon as he came back, we gave him the starting right tackle spot. Now, we did do the whole thing with rotating him and Broderick due to conditioning, but I didn't think that was a good idea either. But how about the fact, let's stick with the receiver position. How about the fact we had Brandon Johnson out there last week? Who's Brandon Johnson? Why did he get a helmet over Roman Wilson? When did we even pick up Brandon Johnson? Where did he come from? We know who Roman Wilson is. We drafted him in the 3rd round. He's been there at least through training camp. Yeah, I know he got injured and everything, but over the last 3-4 weeks, he's been back fully healthy. Why did Brandon Johnson get a helmet over Roman Wilson? You guys tell me. Make it make sense. I don't know, but that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this edition of Big Deke News. Have a great weekend. Stay safe out there. And here we go, Steelers. Peace.